Hola.
The IDEO team has spent 10 days in Mexico doing in-depth interviews to develop a product for low-income savers.
She has such a negative experience of the bank that she doesn't want to get a bank account. For them, they are basically robbers.
What would bring them back? How do we rebank?
Even if what we offered them was good, how would it be better than what they have?
We believe it can be sustainable. It definitely isn't going to make $1 million in the first year.
Now, after 2 weeks back in their California base, the team is ready to present their concepts to the bank executives.
This is version 1. You keep the bill.
The workshop was really a key decision-making point in the project. We had these 7 concept areas. The IDEO.org team, we were excited about all of them, so we knew we had to narrow. We were really excited about some of these really new and different ideas. We had this one concept where you don't ever engage with a bank. You have no card or account, but you buy savings at the store.
100 pesos to one paper. Yeah. So it has to, you have to...
It is an idea, no?
Okay, yeah.
I mean, we were intentionally trying to create an alternative type of currency.
Deferred judgment.
I think that was a little too out there for where we're at now. And then we worked together as a group. We had worksheets printed out for all of them. So there was a worksheet with the drawings about the concepts, and we allowed Bancomer and CGAP to rate them. And we put all of those sheets on the wall. Then we voted on the top concepts. From that, it was clear which concepts the group felt were the strongest.
We are talking about 2 large concept buckets, which both feel very strong to me.
Mis Proyectos, the project-based savings account, and Tandazo, which is turning the Tanda organizers into bank executives in some form.
After 2 weeks turning the concepts into prototypes, the team is back in Mexico to test their ideas on the ground.
We want to bring people things that feel like the service could be available to them. Tanda organizers are really incredibly financially savvy. They have a network of 10, 20, 30 people that are saving money with them. It's like a group savings fund. And these people both trust them with their money, and they also trust them for financial advice at times as well.
Para la próxima de quién va a entrar.
Okay.
Ajá. Conforme estaba acabando, ya voy organizando la otra.
Her tandas are about half family and half friends. And she does better working like this than working as a secretary.
We want to turn these people into almost ambassadors for the bank, where the bank provides them a service that makes what they do today much easier, safer, and in return they become a way for the bank to access this segment that they otherwise wouldn't access.
Todo esto es buscando una forma que a los organizadores de tanda les sea más fácil que ahorita organizar su tanda.
For Tandazo, we have the kit for the organizers. And that includes everything from debit cards to a name badge to a phone application.
Pero yo, ¿cómo le voy a poder transferir a la persona?
Con tu aplicación de tu celular.
Ahora, por decirlo, y si yo me equivoco y le di a Pedro y le tocaba a ella.
It can only be transferred to the person whose turn it is. Yeah. Because she was afraid of making a mistake.
Automatic. Probablemente no va a estar en iPhone, pero...
¡Ay, no!
Y le pones ahí, tienes 15 personas,
y ya va a las 6 de
ya se va a vencer, ¿no? Faltan 2 días.
She did mention that the kit should be made in such a way that people who don't have as much education as she does would also be able to use the kit. ¿Qué opinas de
eso?
Pues, yo opino, está bien, suena muy padre, pero decirle al cliente es con banco, ese es el mayor problema que yo le veo. Hasta luego.
So,
Elizabeth? Yeah, all our kids have schools at different times.
So she's done with the sequence of breakfasts and then she starts with the sequence of lunches. A este nuevo producto le llamamos Mis Proyectos.
Mis Proyectos is a categorized savings account. It allows people to pick a project that they want to save for, and either at an ATM or in a corner store, they can deposit money towards that project.
¿Cuáles dos tendrías?
Que sería lo de la educación y lo de ahorrar para la salud.
Emergencias médicas o así.
She knew exactly how much she could save each week. She wanted her mom to motivate her, but she didn't like any kind of discipline. She said that was for kids.
Sí, porque eso de tener dinero en casa, te juro que es bien difícil. O sea, es súper difícil. Lo de tandas y eso, sí, a veces como que ya sabes que está destinado, pero guardar a veces el dinero, híjole, sí se te hace difícil. Porque luego hay veces que quieres tantas, a veces tantas cosas que...
Es un cajero del futuro, más o menos.
Ah, bueno.
We've been working on an ATM interface that we can use on an iPad, so we can put it in front of people and get their feedback.
So she said that in the ATM where you're withdrawing money from one of your projects, which you really shouldn't do, but you are. The message is, enjoy your money. Disfruta tu dinero. Says, no, don't say that. Says like, remember, you are taking out from your project.
Recuerda que acabas de retirar de tu meta. O sea, que te recuerde que ya sacaste dinero de donde no tenías que sacar dinero.
Buena sugerencia. Sí. ¿Qué necesitaría hacer un banco para que tú dijeras,
Decir la verdad. Solamente decir la verdad.
Solo la verdad.
Sí.
It's crazy.
It's just this. You just need to tell me what they're actually doing.
It's crazy.
Chava's been working really hard on a business model for both of the concepts. We know that any way we want to tap into this market, we'll have to approach things differently than the bank does traditionally. We've tried to lay out a really systemic way of looking at all the ways you could get income or make the business more sustainable.
The real interesting part for the bank are the add-ons. And one of them is selling savings accounts. The other one is selling loans. Another one could be selling gift cards. And even ads.
Overnight, the project hit a road bump. After meeting with the bank's business manager, Sergio, Jorge has told the team the product needs to make $1 million in its first year.
Apparently from the meeting, Sergio wants to focus on generating revenue on the traditional revenue streams that the bank has, which are interest on credits and commissions.
Which is the opposite of what we heard at the beginning of the project, and we probably wouldn't have done this project if that was the case. We thought it was to create a sustainable business for this segment of the population.
They've been vaccinated against the financial system for whatever experience they had, which was usually always the same one, the commissions, the account management fees and stuff that they don't really understand.
90% of the interviews we did were debanked because of interest rates or commissions. Right. It's always the same story.
It was an opportunity for the bank to be able to create something different that focused on the people.
We're sad because the Proyectos account we've had,
people like it.
Yeah, people love it. We've had a great response specifically around being able to save, because everyone says like there's no way for me to save for the things that are important, and that's kind of why we did the project, was to create savings products for people, and I think we believe it can be sustainable. It definitely isn't going to make $1 million in the first year.
The hardest thing at this point is working with the bank and finding a way to get them to move beyond the traditional way of thinking about how you sell products to people, to get them to think more lightly and innovatively and systemically.
Jorge is in Viejo Coyoacán, where the team is conducting a focus group to test Mis Proyectos. They're hoping to persuade him it's a hit with the customers.
Estos mis proyectos.
We've been testing really easy-to-use interfaces, giving people both the application form and different aspects of the account in really simple, clear terms.
Es muy fácil.
Es
facilísima, no te la crees, o sea, es muy... Cualquier persona yo creo la podría hacer.
Saber qué tan segura era la tarjeta en caso de que te la roben, cómo te están ustedes dando la seguridad.
Pone el dinero en la rendija de abajo.
Sí. Pues ahora necesitamos tu dinero.
Sí. Ahora aquí lo tenemos. A verdad. Y me están sacando algunas ofertas y promociones en algunas tiendas.
We've built in a number of ways that could make it more appealing to people and also help the bank make it more sustainable. One is offering targeted discounts and offers in conjunction with the projects.
Eso del como tipo cupón está padre. A mí sí me motiva mucho.
Está perfecto, está padrísimo el proyecto de servicio financiero, pero que sea transparente. Que todo quede claro desde el principio y que no haya nada oculto, ni chiquitito.
¿Quién iría por esta cuenta?
Yo. Ahorita.
Overall, I think we found two things that meet people's needs and that people are excited about. Tandazo is the most innovative. Mis Proyectos is probably where there's the most need. So I think this will be a big challenge, convincing the bank to look at loans as a more long-term plan in terms of generating revenue and really starting with this market in a more innovative and alternative way.
Adiós.
Hay muchas cosas en el sistema financiero que encuentras que son proyectos muy atractivos, pero que no tienen sustento financiero.
¿Y qué es sustentable por el banco?
Esto que te digo vos. O sea, que llegues a tener $10 millones a 5 años.
5 años.
Esa línea de ingreso de publicidad, por más que me la platican, yo no la veo.
Los préstamos pueden ser más exitosos en el futuro, pero pensaría que el gancho para atraer a las personas...
Por eso en el business case lo que tenemos que hacer es, oye, mira, durante el primer año, o sea, en el conservador, durante 2 años no va a haber créditos. ¿Sí? Los créditos van a comenzar a generarse en el tercer año. ¿Cuántos créditos requiero generar para llegar a los $10 millones de utilidad en 5 años?
¿Cuál es la posibilidad de que pudieran suceder los dos pilotos?
Pues depende de tu business case. Fue un gusto. Muy padre.
We don't know whether this is going to work, to be honest. I mean, even though we are very satisfied with the products that came out of this process, they still have to be implemented and driven in a certain way. I mean, there's still huge hurdles to be met.
You have this idea of what's the benefit for the customer and what's the benefit for the bank. You have to have the two things there. No? This is a very innovative idea that we have to test, and it's a new way to do things here. No?
There's two big challenges. There's getting our concepts to market, and there's shifting the mindset of the bank to talk in the way that people think and reach them where they are.
We are not reducing the scope of success or failure to one product. It is actually the process of pushing a bank to experiment, pushing a bank to understand better the segments that it wishes to serve, and in the way generating learning for the whole market.
Pero qué linda te ves, oaxaqueña. Vamos al bailongo. La oaxaqueña no me quiso querer, la oaxaqueña no me quiso adorar.